I don't know how many times I'm going to say nonce in this video, so I will just say...
I mean, it's a great word.
MI5 have come out and said that they've not looked into this, but I don't believe them for a second.
She can't testify anymore. So what they need to be doing is going out and looking for other victims.
And apparently there are many, many other victims who came forward. How do you protect your children from a prince? I'm Garcia.
And I'm Izzy.
And welcome to Informally Informed. So, I mean, based on those words alone, surely we know who we're talking about today. Andrew.
Prince Andrew.
Prince of Nonce.
Of Nonce. The Kingdom of Nonce.
Is that this kingdom?
In Nonceville.
Are we the Nonce's inhabitants? I don't want that for myself. Well, better for me. Alright.
Nonce Town. The governor of Nonce Town.
Or as they call it, Windsor Castle. Okay, so I mean, I think the world over knows what's happened. But just to recap, in the year 2000, Prince Andrew, the Prince of York, Duke of York. Is he Duke of York? He's the Grand Old Duke of York. Yeah,
is he the Grand Old Duke of York?
He's the Grand Old Duke of York, unfortunately. He became friends with
a fellow nonce,
Jeffrey Epstein, and they nonced about for a while. I don't know how many times I'm going to say nonce in this video, so I will just say...
I mean, it's a great word.
To be fair, I didn't know what this meant until I moved to St Helens. It's a very northern word.
Do you know what it stands for?
No.
It's a prison term. It means not on normal communal exercise.
I did know that, actually. I did know that.
Because, they got to separate the nonces for their own safety.
So they don't get murdered by the prisoners. But, I mean, the thing is this. It's such a moral quandary. But I won't get into... I will quickly just sidebar. Moral quandary. Because, as you know, I believe in the life of human beings. But also at the same time. I know. It's the moral quandary here. It's like... Anyway, so in 2000, him and Epstein were flying about the world,
Nonsense.
Yes. And allegations started flying. Andrew was introduced, allegedly, to a young lady called Virginia Giuffre in 2001. She was young. Okay, under the legal age. How
old was she?
17. Under the not under the legal age in England, but this happened in America, where theirs is 18 across the bar. All right, go on.
I'm gonna say I'm not sure it is across the bar. I'm sure there's some states where it's older and some states where it's younger. I'm pretty sure I fact-checked this not so long ago.
I'm pretty sure I fact-checked this not so long ago and it was 18 across the bar. It's okay, because a quick little side shenanigan.
Enter the editor. To cut down this bit.
Okay, fair enough. Approximately 30 of the age of consent is 16. A handful have it set at 17, and about 11 states the age is 18. However, moving someone across lines to have sexual relations is sexual trafficking under the age of... Well, it's not actually... that one's not under the age. There is no age limit on that one because it comes under the racketeering if it's for the purpose of sexual relations.
So if you're in a state where the age of consent is 18 and you take somebody that's 17 across lines to have sex with them because in that other state the age of consent is 17, that's a criminal offence.
Yes, because...
But what if both states are 16 and you're going on a date with someone and you're just going over for a meal or something, booking a hotel?
It still counts as... if it's with the sole purpose of sex, so it depends on what it is, because this is what they got Diddy on.
Okay. Because if both states are 16, what difference does it make where you're having sex with them? I don't understand why that would even be a law.
It also matters on the age of the person that's having the sex with them. So it's not just the age of consent.
Yeah, I understand that. But say somebody was 18 and somebody was 16 and they took them across
state lines with this.
Or if they, what happens if they message them and say, hey, meet me in this other state? That doesn't count because you're not going travelling with them. Anyway, sorry, sidebar, carry on.
Nuanced argument. But either way, the point is, Andrew, this person was under 18 regardless. Andrew Royal.
Was it in a state where the legal age was 16 or whether it was 18?
It was in a state where the legal age was 18.
Okay.
Andrew did a bad thing, allegedly. Okay. So obviously they met this young lady in one way or another, and there is photographic evidence which Andrew has. I've also seen this photo. He hasn't actually come out and said that the photograph was fake, but he alleged it in an interview that he gave with Emily Maitlis.
I watched it.
I also watched it, but only recently. Whilst
I sweat.
Yeah, I don't sweat. I was like, what? This is the most ridiculous art. Anyway, allegedly, the Queen, our late Queen, paid £12 million to make this flutter away in the year 2010. Okay,
who's making those allegations?
Virginia Giuffre has a book that's come out. I feel like it came out on the 27th of like today,
27th of October 2025 for those listening,
or it might be the week before. I'm not entirely sure because it's been the weekend and night shifts. It could have been Friday. Anyway, Emily Maitlis on the News Agents podcast has been covering this excessively about what's recently come out, what's been alleged in this new book, which I plan to read. So watch out, because I'm gonna have to tell you what I hear from this, because I'm telling you the tea is piping hot, and it is. And if this man gets away with it, it just goes to show the level of ridiculousness that happens in the world, wherein a man in power can just pay his way out of everything. Well, that's what happened to Epstein before he allegedly killed himself. Allegedly. Yeah, of course. So obviously, the interview with Emily Maitlis came out in 2019, which was ages ago. So which rock? Actually, don't even answer that, because I know which rock, the antisocial one. He said that he has no recollection of meeting Giuffre, and basically saying what we said about the sweat thing in various different lies, allegedly. He also then, as of last week, he's announced that he will be giving up and not using his royal titles. Now, the Prince of... Well, it's not Wales, is it? Because that's a specific title. Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, he has this title by birthright, right? That title cannot be taken off him.
Unless he chooses to give it
only by an act. An act of parliament, in which they'd have to. The problem with me saying that it requires an act of parliament is this: the royals cannot be discussed on the parliament floor. Did you know that? Yep.
No, I did not.
Them and their business cannot be discussed on the parliament floor. They can talk around it, which is what Keir Starmer did last week. Yes, Keir Starmer.
What did he say?
What he said was that an investigation needs to be had into what they're calling peppercorn payments on his 30-bedroom mansion, because Prince Andrew paid the royal landowners, essentially, money to do up the house that he lives in, right? He paid millions. So they said, well, you don't really have to pay rent because you're paying for upkeep. Okay? So he lives in a 30-bedroom mansion for little to no rent because in 2009 he paid a balloon payment.
Whose house is it?
It is royal property.
So he's got an entitlement to that property.
It's a bit of a grey area because technically,
If his family own it and they were like, why don't you just move in?
but it's also public property. So technically, the king, who's still got cancer, by the way, can ask him to leave. However, the legal grey area here is he has paid millions in upkeep for this property. There, Prince William, the Prince of Wales, I'm not really a royalist, has come out and said basically that he's not said it as such, but there's been reports, royal reports, saying that he wants Andrew to slither into the long night, if you will, away from royal properties,
What's he
public
said?
life. He's saying that he's given them until the 5th of November to move out of the royal cottages.
Prince William has said that. Can I ask, did you say that Keir Starmer had mentioned Prince Andrew by name in Parliament?
No.
Because that would mean obviously talking directly.
Yes.
So
what they're talking about instead is the upkeep of royal properties and and what that should look like and where it should come from.
So Keir Starmer's done it deliberately to make the point, and everybody knows he's talking about Prince Andrew. It's just by law he's not allowed to say it specifically.
Keir Starmer didn't bring it up. The question was posed in Parliament: would you be willing for an inquiry to be brought to look into the public purse? It was actually our MP from Scotland.
Which
who
party?
Brought it up. I believe the National Party,
SNP,
who brought this up. Keir Starmer would never, doesn't have the balls to.
But he said that it should be looked at.
An inquiry into this property, not into anything else. And we know that there are so many inquiries in this country. The problem with inquiries, you inquire, which costs public money, by the way.
And then nothing happens.
So for me, they're not doing anything really.
So why has Prince Andrew all of a sudden turned around and said he's going to relinquish his royal title? Has anything dramatic happened recently?
The book.
Right.
And with that came more allegations as to what Nonce Andrew's been doing.
Please provide me some more allegations into the nonciness.
Well, so, all right. So here's what's happening with the fight. What's brought all of this on? So in May 2025, Virginia Giuffre's memoir "Nobody's Girl," which is what it's called, was announced, revisiting the allegations but in further detail. Okay. October 2025, which is this month, the memoir's release has triggered renewed scrutiny of Andrew's conduct. This also ties into reports from MI5 alleging that Andrew asked them to dig up dirt on Virginia Giuffre in 2010.
When did the allegations first come out?
In the year 2.
No. That's when he met Jeffrey Epstein. When did Virginia Giuffre first?
Oh, so following the first conviction of Epstein in 2008. So 2028.
So he preempted this. And when did when was Prince Andrew first publicly alleged?
From 2014 to 2019. 2014 there was peppercorns. 2019 it became a full scale public.
So this was a good 4 years before anybody had a clue
about who she was or any of the things that had happened.
Well, I was going to say about Prince Andrew at all.
I mean, I think we knew who he was.
But you know what I mean,
yeah,
though.
I know what you mean.
This was before any allegations of Prince Andrew surfaced, a good 4 years before any allegations surfaced about him.
Yes.
So he was preempting this.
Yes. And by him asking MI5, it's corrupt. It's, what's the word? When you use your power and
Corruption.
Yeah, it's corruption. MI5 have come out and said that they've not looked into this, but I don't believe them for a second. You're trying to tell me that your royal charge has said to you, listen, somebody's alleging some shit about me, go and find out.
But she hasn't. Yeah, she hasn't at this point, bear in mind.
Okay. Go and potentially look into this person that will allegedly say shit about me. It's their job, though.
He probably hasn't said that to the MI5, though.
What do you mean?
You said, I don't believe that the MI5 would not look into it if Prince Andrew said, look into this person because they're going to allege some shit about me. You probably didn't say that. They probably just said, look at this.
Yeah, look, it was to dig up dirt.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but he wouldn't have said to them she's going to allege anything.
No,
He'd have just said.
Yeah. And then now, obviously, there's loads of stories that have come out. The royal biographer has basically said that this has been known. This has been known. And the Queen has been covering it up. Obviously, it's a bit of a hard one because I don't know many people that didn't like our late Queen. Even if you're not a royalist, I think a lot of people still liked Queen Elizabeth II. I think the difference is nobody really liked her children. Apart from, is it Anne, the daughter?
Princess Anne.
I think everyone quite liked her. Was Anne the sister?
I honestly can't remember what the public perception of Prince Andrew was before these allegations. And I don't think many people can either, to be honest.
No, apart from the Sarah Ferguson stuff, when him and Fergie got divorced, I don't really remember hearing much else about him. And I only know that because, like, I actually liked Fergie. She seemed quite down to earth for a royal. It was stuffy Andrew, though, wasn't it? Anyway, so this month, the books come out, like I said, and reports have now stated that there's escalating pressure and public outrage. So that's why Andrew has relinquished his titles, apparently, because peer pressure does it, even though we're not his peers, but whatever. And he's come out and said that it's in the best interest of the royal family.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong, but also it's in his best interest. I don't think for a minute a man who dangled the fact that he was His Royal Highness when he was a trade envoy to get special deals is above board and didn't do any other things. And from the year 2000,
I love how of all the things that you go to suggest that Andrew is not above board, it was dodgy trade deals. Well, he could have just used the word nonce.
I'm aware, but I'm saying that since the year 2000, right, 2001, rumours have been circulating about this man. We're now 25 years later.
I don't remember hearing anything until the allegations dropped in 2014, if that was when they happened.
Again, because I'm not really a royalist, I just have to take from what I gathered from my research, which is that rumours have been circulating for quite some time. But that's 25 years. There's hardly ever smoke without fire. For it to persist that long, and you, whose literal job is your reputation, have taken no steps to rectify this. You could have at any point come out and said, listen, I didn't do this. It's your problem. You could have at any point come out and said, I'm suing because you've alleged that and that's defamation.
Yeah.
You could have at any point come out, because all of this is happening, obviously most of this is these allegations and such as happening in America. You can sue someone for defamation. You can sue someone for defamation here, but it's harder. You can sue someone for defamation there, and it's still hard, but it's easier. And he's Prince Andrew.
Just ignored it.
What, in the hopes that it'd go away, only for it to blow up in his face in this way?
Because he knew if he sued someone for slander, there'd be some sort of big investigation. Yes. It would all coming out.
And please note that until at this juncture where we find ourselves, Andrew has never gone to America to be questioned, to aid in any of the investigations.
The Epstein files.
He's not gone, since Epstein's been dead now for quite some time. He's not gone to the American police, because I look at them as one, the American police force, and been like, I didn't do this. However, yes, I was friends with him. These are the things I saw. He's not aided anything.
Nope. Because he's guilty. I mean, allegedly.
Allegedly. But, I mean, of course, allegedly. I don't know, I feel like who I feel bad, and apparently he's fallen on his sword here because he's protecting his 2 daughters so that they retain their titles. Beatrice and Eugenie?
Yes.
I was thinking, which one's his?
Which I think is reasonable.
Yeah, I think it's also reasonable.
And I think that seems like something he'd probably do as a father. I'm sure he loves his kids. I mean, why wouldn't you?
I'm sure he loves others' kids too.
But I'm sure he loves his kids.
Yeah. But I've always thought that he spoke of his kids weirdly anyway. But I don't know if that's just looking into things.
I can't tell you how he speaks or does not speak about his kids because I've never heard him because I don't really care.
It's only been in my research since looking at this, because he does describe them in quite like weird sexual terms. But I don't know, because it's one of those things though where, let's say that I accidentally murdered you, right? Anything that I do until the point that I accidentally murder you will be looked at and scrutinized as something weird or some sort of premeditation for the murder that I'd committed. I've not killed you. You're very much alive. And if she does die, I didn't do it. Do you get what I'm trying to say here?
Yeah, even if it's an accident on the moment, all of those things before.
But I cannot, for the life of me, be grey areaed about this. These are children. Do you know what I mean? And no matter what way you slice it.
So he's come out and said he's relinquishing his title. So tell me about the allegations of what she's alleged in the book.
That he met her on an island. It's more detail as to what he'd done to her.
Yeah, I'm asking.
And they had sex 3 times.
When? Early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
How old
when
is she
she
now?
was 17. She committed suicide earlier this year. She was 40.
Okay.
Tracks time-wise.
Yeah.
So he's okay.
Was this Epstein Island?
Epstein Island, yeah.
What else did you see on Epstein Island?
I've not read the book, so
No,
we'll have to read the book and then do a part 2 or something to this, or follow up, because I also want to see what's going to happen in terms of what King Charles does. I want to see what's going to happen when, if and when they have to move out of the royal lodges, because apparently they're being offered smaller residences at Frogmore Cottage, which is where Harry and Meghan used to live, and Adelaide Cottage for Sarah Ferguson. Although they've been divorced since the 90s, so
why is she still entitled to royal property?
I have no idea. And then the question is also, like, obviously the British royal family are quite possibly the richest royal family, or one of, in Europe. They're one of the richest in
Europe, sure, but I know the Saudi royal family, man. You know,
that's the
but the Indian royal family, they're pretty wealthy as well, I'm pretty sure. There's loads of like.
But these ones are particularly rich because they own most of the land in Britain.
Most of the land
in Britain? All of the land in Britain. Well, the Duchy of Cornwall, which is controlled by the royals, obviously own the land in Britain.
I might have to fact check that. I'm sure they own a large amount, but I'm not sure it's most of the land. Really, look at all like the farmers that own land, and
I do believe it's most. I believe that the royals lease land back to the government. But yeah, by all means, someone else please also fact check this, because how
Hang on, let me just fact check that. ChatGPT is telling me between 1% and 2%
of land in Britain.
of land in the UK. The royal family and related holdings own around 1.4% of the land. The Crown alone is reported about 615,000 acres of land for England and Wales. Scotland's obviously not included, so about 1% to 2% of land in England and Wales. It's still a lot of land, but it's not anywhere, near most.
But if you think about where it is, the land that's owned.
Anyway.
But to recap, because this is a bit convoluted, I've jumped to years over the last 25 years. To recap, as of 2025, so this is where we're at, 2025. Okay, Andrew is no longer the Duke of York, so he does not use HRH, even though he's still entitled to it. But I noted, not been stripped, just does not use.
Does that mean he no longer has 500 men? Will he not be marching them up any mountains anytime soon? Okay. Sorry.
The grand old Duke of York, if you don't know it.
Right, no, he didn't have 500 men, he had 10,000.
10,000. They can march it. Anyway. In terms of public role, he is effectively retired from public duties, royal duties. He is still at the Royal Lodge, but this is temporary, and he's expected to relocate 2025 November. Financially, he will no longer be supported by the public, no public funding. He'll have to be privately supported by his wealth, of which he is very wealthy. His mother, the Queen, bequeathed him a lot of her own private wealth, and also, Andrew the businessman.
I don't think that's unreasonable.
No, I don't think that's unreasonable, but I think that if he's made his money, I think it's a grey area.
I think it's a grey area, but I personally think that there should be an open investigation. Yes. And that there should be a trial, and if found guilty, he should go to prison.
Yes.
If that is not going to happen, we still do live in an innocent until proven guilty society.
We do.
There's no reason why, if his mother, regardless of the fact that she was Queen, his mother's given him money, he's got inheritance money. In the eyes of the law, he ain't committed no crime. That shouldn't be taken away from him. That's where I stand.
I stand in essence. I agree that there should be an investigation. And he should be investigated not as Prince Andrew, but as Andrew Windsor.
Agreed.
And he should face charges in America, which is where it's alleged that the crimes were perpetrated. If it was anyone else, they'd be extradited. The same should apply to him.
Yeah, agreed.
If he's going to live as a private citizen, then he should be subject to the same laws. No matter where you are in the land, you should not be above the law.
And they need to be, because Virginia Giuffre, I keep wanting to say Virginia Woolf, Virginia Giuffre, obviously, she can't testify anymore. So what they need to be doing is going out and looking for other victims.
And apparently there are many, many other victims who came forward during the original Epstein investigation. Some were silenced and others were intimidated and harassed.
How do we know this?
Emily Maitlis has informed me of this. Hi, Emily Maitlis, hit me up, because I think I would.
How did she find out about this?
Because she has become sort of royal correspondent, and there's been loads of books that have come out about this, and also they read a advanced copy of Nobody's Girl.
Okay.
Yeah, and also the author of, because the book was co-written with a writing team, and they obviously investigated, because they're investigative journalists as well, and they've also put out quite a bit of information about this and given it to the police to see what comes from it.
Interesting.
So I guess we wait and see. we wait and see what
Guess we do.
happens.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. And in my eyes, relinquishing your royal title says it all. It says it all.
I do believe in innocent until proven guilty, but when the guilt is staring you in the face, allegedly.
No, yeah, we do need to wait to see what happens, and to see, hopefully he'll get his trial, because he deserves a day in court as well.
Of course.
And I'm never one to jump on the bandwagon when it comes to the court of public opinion. I try and hold back, look at the facts, hence my questions of how do you know this and all that kind of stuff. But when the cookie's got icing sugar on it,
I mean, I didn't know where you were going with this, and I was like, wait, what's she gonna say? I agree.
You ain't gonna see me in any t-shirts to say justice for Andrew, that's for sure. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Yeah. And hopefully we'll find out some more information. I will leave this up to you to do your research.
I will.
Although I'll hopefully be reading the book.
I will also be reading this book, because what I really want is justice for all those young girls who were girls at the time, who haven't actually had any justice so far, because everybody has weaseled their way out of it and released the Epstein files.
Yeah, this is what I was going to say. This is what in an ideal world, this is what I'd like to see happen. I want to see Prince Andrew found guilty, and I want to see him make some deal to reduce his sentence in order for him to provide information about other people and to testify against them. That's what I want to see happen, because I want to see the world burn. I want to see all these elites.
But can I ask you a question?
And I want the Trump administration to release the Epstein files.
I have a question for you. Given that Epstein allegedly committed suicide in prison, what do you think would happen to Nonce Andrew? Don't think that anything would.
I think he will probably allegedly kill himself in prison. And I think the royal family is probably very aware of that.
I will wait to see what happens with this. Watch and see. Okay, ciao for now.
And let us know what you think. And if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button.
Share, share it to everyone.
Yeah, really just help us out. And yeah,
go over to our Facebook and follow our page.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Let us know if you agree or disagree with any of our views. That's the point of the conversation. Join in.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.